and Sylvia Sanchez, both who have competed in tag team action, both who went their separate ways from their partners and sought fame and fortune in the singles competition, both upset that they're not in title contention right this moment, have decided to join forces as a tag team and go in there against the tag team that's been making all the noise lately in WoW, Santana, Garrett, and Princess Aussie. And that's our opening match today, Nigel.
Santana, Garrett, Princess Aussie came very close, David, to becoming the new WoW World Tag Team Champions, but it was in fact Miami Sweet Heat who came out and returned the favor to Holly Swag and Penelope Pink, attacking them in that matchup.
And their opponents from Ocala, Florida, and the beautiful land down under, it's Santana, Garrett, and Princess Aussie.
In this tag team of Princess Aussie and Santana Garrett came to be vis-a-vis Americana, tending to her son Levi. And then Americana not returning quickly to WoW, and Princess Aussie losing her partner Tormenta as she won the singles championship of WoW and is on recovery from that severe shoulder injury she suffered inside the WoW squared circle. She will be back in action in full storm, though, I might say. And these two got together, two former champions of WoW, and they are making a lot of noise, as I noted, Nigel. Santana Garrett and Princess Aussie, two former single champions of WoW, are now making tag team history.
And we're kicking things off with this tag team match, David, and an action-packed edition of WoW Women of Wrestling.
After some discussion, Sylvia Sanchez will start things off with Princess Aussie. The competitors sizing each other up.
Xena Phoenix and Kara Kai set for tag action a little bit later on tonight as well.
With Animal Instinct.
That's right, tons of tag team action on the docket here for WoW Women of Wrestling now as Sylvia Sanchez and Princess Aussie lock up to kick off this tag team matchup. Thank you so much, fans, for joining us here on this, David, as you say it, Hour of Power here on WoW Women of Wrestling.
Now, fans, you won't want to start anything on the stove right now. Don't be ordering lunch unless you're having everything delivered. Make sure you're ready for this Hour of Power, because you're not going to want to miss the main event. Check out Princess Aussie twisting and turning and flipping herself from the wrist lock applied by Sylvia Sanchez. Aussie successful in her efforts, taking over Sylvia Sanchez. Oh, Aussie delivers a quick right knee to the chest of Sylvia and then looks at Genesis before hitting the ropes for an elbow drop. By the way, Genesis looked like she had some issues with Sylvia at the beginning of the match, being one she wanted to possibly start off the match.
Now Santana Garrett off the ropes with the super kick to the chest of Sylvia Sanchez. Sanchez and Genesis, though, David, very surprised to see this team form again. If you remember, of course, Sanchez and Genesis were a part of a trios team until Genesis walked out aspiring for the WoW World Championship and aspiring for singles action.
That's because Genesis was making a statement. She wanted to make a statement how much she wanted to forge her way on her own. And she's done that, and she's proven she's a top competitor. She's only been inches away from victory, if you will, and the opportunity to go for the title.
I'd like to get an interview, though, with Genesis and find out where her mind is. Seemingly now focused maybe on tag team action. We're not 100% sure.
Not 100%, I'm sure, but she's looking for some type of claim of fame in WoW, and I think she's open to it. and she and Sylvia Sanchez get along.
Well, you know what's interesting is both Sanchez and Genesis, David, have that chip on their shoulder.
That's the connection they have.
That's right, David. They both think the same way. Let's just say that. And now, Sanchez hammering away at the chest of Princess Aussie. Forearm shot, and now Santana Garrett in to break this up in the corner of Sanchez and Genesis. Charlie Wu backing up Santana Garrett.
And let's not forget, Princess Aussie and Tormenta were on their way to tag team greatness, but Tormenta got a shot for that singles title, went for it, and was successful as Genesis sweeps the legs right out from underneath Princess Aussie, who kicks out. And Santana not as close as Princess Aussie and Tormenta was. Her tag team was just getting started with Americana.
What a leg
But it
drop.
showed great promise. They could have been tag team champions of the world.
The competition, next level. Here in WOW now is Genesis. Kicks Princess Aussie, a fellow Aussie, David, into that middle rope and just choking Princess Aussie. On that steel cable is Genesis. Genesis, oh, what a nasty kick to the back of the head of Princess Aussie. Genesis really feeling herself here in this matchup, David. And maybe it's the shared hatred, if you will, for other fellow WOW superheroes that Genesis and Sylvia Sanchez share. That feeling of being left off of the list now. Sunset flip by Princess Aussie. Genesis kicks out.
One thing I want to note, the way Princess Aussie and Santana got together, they were on a wild card. They were not on a wild card. Princess Aussie and Santana were not on a wild card, but they were both at the arena for the night. And they were on standby if any injuries took place. You know, if you're not in the kitchen, you're not going to be called up for duty for any cooking.
That's right.
And they were here, where many WOW superheroes don't come to the live events if they're not booked on them. And that's a mistake for their career. But these two showed up, and what happened? They started talking together, and that formed the tag team. And they brought it to my attention. And I said, all right, you guys want to do it? Let's make a go of it. And they're doing it. And now Princess Aussie teams in Santana.
Santana now sending Sylvia Sanchez crashing down twice. And now the Irish whip into the corner. And now Santana Garrett, the back handspring elbow. It connects. And Garrett now going for the O'Connor roll, looking to put this thing away, but pops back up with a rise and shine. Sylvia Sanchez feeling that on her jaw, David. And now, side Russian leg sweep. Santana Garrett floats over, gets a 2 count, but is quickly pushed off by Genesis.
Genesis went up for the kick. Santana caught it, and she spun herself and was able to nail Santana Garrett.
Dragon whip suplex. And Genesis feeling her neck as she goes down the flatliner by Sylvia Sanchez, but Santana Garrett hits the super kick on Sylvia Sanchez, hooks the leg, and yes, the team.
And Genesis was not able to get in time.
The team of Santana Garrett and Princess Aussie picking up a win in our opening contest.
And there are the winners. It seems with some blood dripping from Princess Aussie's nose, she may have been hit.
Our winners, Santana Garrett and Princess Aussie. Introducing first, from the Bronx, Vicious Veronica VaRoom, the Derby Jammer.
Vicious Veronica VaRoom, David.
She's made an impact on WOW Women of Wrestling. The Bronx Girl, the smart mouth Bronx Girl, if you will. She's here tonight.
That's right, David. The bad mouth baddie from the Bronx, Vicious Veronica VaRoom, set for singles action here tonight, trying to get back to some victories, David. Of course, Veronica VaRoom made a very successful debut here, but then lost, as you said, to Xena Phoenix.
And her opponent from the beautiful islands of Hawaii, Island Girl Kalaki.
We await the entrance of the Island Girl, Kalaki.
Kalaki, I love that name. I love how you say it, Nigel. I'm not the best with pronunciation, but I just love it. Give it to me one more time.
It's Kalaki, David, and she's wrestled all over the world. Japan, Mexico, here in the United States. Kalaki, the Island Girl.
The Island Girl. Nigel, we gotta get you out there to the Big Island. You'll love it.
I'd love to go, and I'd love to visit Oahu, where the Island Girl, Kalaki, I'll say it just one more time for you, David, is from. My sister actually lives out in Hawaii as well.
Well, I went out there and visited with my good friend Steve Abell from Indianapolis one time. Went into the water and the waves took me over so hard I almost broke my neck. We're underway right now. Two wild superheroes in the ring, and the Vicious Veronica taking over on the Hawaiian Island Girl for a few seconds there.
And the Island Girl, almost 20 years in-ring experience.
And she just introduced Vicious Veronica VaRoom to what a veteran can do.
She sure did, David. And Vicious Veronica VaRoom, as unorthodox as anybody that I've seen come in this wild locker room, David. Just the way that she made her entrance here, wow, taking out Foxy Fierce on the set of a commercial filming that she was doing, and then coming in and just really causing all kind of chaos. But Kalaki now, side headlock applied, gonna keep things basic here in the early goings of this matchup, but that's a good thing to do. Veronica VaRoom now has the Island Girl backed up into the corner, breaking the hold, and referee Julio Rodriguez in charge of the action now. As the Island Girl takes over Vicious Veronica VaRoom with two arm drags, and now follows up with a hip toss. The Island Girl on fire.
What was that, a 1 or a 2 count, Nigel?
Looked like a 2 count to me. Being cut off by Vicious Veronica VaRoom is the Island Girl.
Look at her go around and now shoving that shoulder right. You know what? That was a jammer's move from roller derby.
Move.
That's how she went right around, got behind her, and gave her the jammer shoulder.
That's right. And you know, being a jammer in professional wrestling, that's a throwback, David. Of course, being the historian, I remember Ella Waldick in the 40s. Well, she was a jammer, and she became one of the greatest champions in women's professional wrestling back in the day.
She was a roller derby queen herself.
She was a jammer, too. You have to check out Lipstick and Dynamite. The documentary came out in 05. Might want to give it a shot whenever you have an opportunity.
I love the fact that you are the historian of women's professional wrestling,
I spent a lot of time with Ella Waldick at the movie premiere, and she was as big of a badass, I guess as you would say, as Vicious Veronica VaRoom. But let's get back to this action.
You know, I got to tell you, Nigel, last season we had a lot of compliments that you brought that original women's wrestling championship title belt on air. That was such a thrill for us. Fabulous Moolahs, wasn't it?
That's right, David, and you can check that out on Pluto TV, our great documentary aired on Pluto TV. And of course, we have our 24/7 channel on Pluto TV, Wild Women of Wrestling. Go check that out. Seasons 1 and 2 of Wild Women of Wrestling available for you at any time now. Schoolgirl roll-up from Tracy Taylor to the Vicious one. Gets a 2 count, David.
You mentioned it, and you're right. There's a miss by the Vicious Veronica VaRoom, and luckily for the Hawaiian Island, that hand across the head missed. You're right, Pluto TV's got 24/7 Wild Women of Wrestling, its own channel on Pluto TV.
And a beautiful drop kick from the Island Girl. And for more information on all of our WOW superheroes, don't forget to check out WWE.com. There's the barrel roll from the Island Girl to Vicious Veronica VaRoom, and she kicks out. The tenacity that she is bringing to the table, the heart that Veronica VaRoom is bringing in, able to hang in there with a veteran like Kalaki. My goodness.
My. That's a way to shut up a competitor.
There's the Eat the Reef by Kalaki, which sets up for the surfboard stretch that Kalaki now has on. Vicious Veronica VaRoom follows it up with the curb stop. This could be enough to put away the Vicious one, and it is.
The Island Girl was able to shut up the Bronx Bomber, if you will, and get the victory.
Here is your winner, the Island Girl Kalaki.
The Island Girl Kalaki picking up.
Introducing first, from Salem, Massachusetts, and the Collins Kennel Club, respectively, Katarina Jix and Goldie Collins. Together, they are Animal
They are set to take on Xena Phoenix and Kara Kai, who they, David, hold a victory over. Just 2 weeks ago, picking up a big pinfall victory over Kara Kai, Xena Phoenix, and now Kara Kai and Phoenix looking to settle the score with Animal Instinct, but Animal Instinct looking to re-up, if you will, and pick up another victory on their march to possibly facing the WOW World Tag Team Champions, whoever that might be, after tonight's main event.
Listen to that whip. I asked Katarina Jinx if she would teach me how to use the whip, since I couldn't do it in the hallway last time I saw her earlier before the matches began. She said, David, you better start with something short and test it on your wrist.
And their opponents from Toronto, Canada, and Albania, respectively, it's Kara Kai and Xena Phoenix, the Albanian.
And Kara Kai and Xena Phoenix. What a team these two are, as we mentioned in the first contest between these two teams. Kara Kai and Xena Phoenix have developed a friendship, a bond, if you will, with their similar disciplines. Not only just in pro wrestling, but also jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling. Both of them share that background, David. And now, entering the ring, the Albanian Warrior.
These tag teams have been formed vis-a-vis the complements of friendship, of commonality of bonds, likes, hobbies. Because as we all know, Kara Kai had Terra Strike, and when she was taken out of action, she was left alone in the tag team competition. So she became friends with Xena Phoenix. Now, Xena Phoenix, as successful as she's been in singles competition, hasn't found it in tag team competition.
I don't know if I would have pie-faced Xena Phoenix, Goldie Collins tagging out to her partner, Katarina Jinx. And if I'm Katarina Jinx, I'm saying, partner, I don't know about our friendship.
Look at this! Look at Xena Phoenix go to work on Katarina Jinx.
Suplex with a float over David Penn. Good enough for a
Goldie
one count.
pulls the hair of Xena Phoenix. Nigel, you mentioned that pie face. You ever had pie in your face?
Oh, yeah. And now it looks like both teams thinking the same thing. Goldie Collins not letting go of Xena Phoenix, and Kara Kai not letting, oh, she does. And Katarina Jinx is eating a clothesline. Xena Phoenix just tags into Kara Kai. Katarina Jinx ducks one kick, but eats one in the back now, and referee Max Padillo says 2 count. Kara Kai looking to put things away quickly for her team.
Well, we're not going to discuss it, but I want to find out about that pie in your face later, Nigel.
David, what I am eating up is the action here, and wow, both of these teams taking it to each other. Katarina Jinx with the spin kick nailed onto Kara Kai, and now Goldie Collins, sidewalk slam off the ropes with a kick to the chest, and now hooking the leg, bit of a nonchalant cover, and Kara Kai kicks out at 2. Front face lock by Goldie Collins applied, and tags in to Katarina Jinx. Has her in the corner of Animal Instinct. Jinx now hooking the leg, going for the cover. Could it be it? And Kai able to kick out. Kai trying to make it to her corner to tag in Xena Phoenix. Series of kicks, but Katarina Jinx catches Kai by the hair, snatches her down to the mat, and gets once again a 2 count.
She's just reaching out, Xena Phoenix, but she can't get in without a legal tag.
Oh, my, the cat scratch right into the back of Kara Kai. My goodness, Katarina Jinx now going for the cover, hooking that leg. Kara Kai powers out at 2, David.
You're right, Nigel, but it's too easy for Kara Kai as Animal Instinct delivers a lesson in tag team wrestling to us all. Cut off the ring and don't allow your opponent to tag.
And now,
Dog sitting.
that's right, David. The dog sitting. And I don't think I would want Goldie Collins to dog sit my little Bo.
No. Because you take Bo out on walks.
That's right. And now Goldie Collins getting a 2 count, but once again, the resiliency of Kara Kai just shining through in this matchup, David. And now, Katarina Jinx using those long legs to choke out Kara Kai in the corner of Animal Instinct.
Xena Phoenix taken out of action. Kara Kai able to go down low, twist and turn, bring up her leg, and she hits Katarina Jinx right in the face and makes it over for the tag with Xena Phoenix.
The Albanian Warrior ducking the clothesline, but sending Goldie Collins down
And
with
these
2
are the
arm drags.
sweeping arm drags that turn the fans up on their feet. They love the action with Xena Phoenix, who quickly went for that pin, but she didn't have the right positioning to capture it. She rushed, possibly a rookie mistake.
Possibly, David. And of course, we know Xena Phoenix just as quick as a hiccup now as Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx with a double forearm smash. Oh, but wait a minute, went to the well one too many times. Double sunset flip here. Oh, wait a minute, double elbow. Double elbow.
The two of them, Kara Kai and Xena Phoenix, getting Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins in the armbar hold.
Your winners, Kara Kai and Xena Phoenix, the Albanian Grappler. Introducing first, accompanied by IQ Superior Samantha Smart, from the Board of Education, the Classmaster.
Welcome back to WOW fans, Katie Marie Jones with the ring introduction. And now, David, the former WOW World Champion, the Classmaster, with her manager, the IQ Superior, Samantha Smart. And David, over the last several weeks, they have been trying to come up with a solution to get yet another shot at the WOW World Champion Tormenta. But tonight, a true test as they take on rising newcomer, Nikki Nashville. What a matchup this promises to be, David.
Yes, it does, Nigel. And of course, this is not where Samantha Smart had envisioned herself for the Classmaster. But the props must go out to Tormenta, who was able to not only overcome the Classmaster, but also Samantha Smart in that championship matchup where we all witnessed the victory by Tormenta over the Classmaster to become the WOW World Champ. And we have it, Smart and the Classmaster in the ring with the book. As this match is getting underway, I want to let the fans know that in our next episode of WOW, we hope to provide everyone breaking news on the future of WOW and the excitement that is about to come to WOW.
And her opponent from the great state of Tennessee, and
She is here, fans, Nikki Nashville. And the fans love the two-step, if you will. Nigel, you're pretty good at that two-step, aren't you? Do you do those country lines?
Every now and again, David. Of course, Nikki Nashville and myself, big friends now. Big country music fans we both are. She did, by the way, pick up that CD that I was looking for from the Ernest Tubb record shop.
Oh, did she keep it for herself or give it to you?
She got it for me, but now she is set for action against former WoW World Champion, the Classmaster, David, and what a showcase opportunity it is for Nikki Nashville.
It is, but I think I've got a biased announcer with me. You got the CD from her. I don't have anything.
David, you didn't even know about Ernest Tubb Record Shop until I mentioned it. Come on.
Of course not. I told you I haven't been to Nashville for years.
I've got to take you there. Of course, one of my favorite arenas in the whole country, the Bridgestone Arena on Broadway, David. Last time I was there, they gave me a special bottle of that Jack Daniels.
I know if you broke that out, you'd be good friends with Jesse Jones and Big Rig, probably.
Jesse Jones prefers the bourbon, David. That Kentucky bourbon
I think
now.
she likes anything out of a bottle that's called.
You got a point. You've got a point.
Yeah, exactly. They're in the corner, Nigel. Nikki Nashville, and they're against the former WoW champion, the Classmaster.
And look at these two warriors, these two superheroes in the early goings of this matchup, David.
Oh, nice takedown by Nikki. Nikki had to keep her down, though. Classmaster was trying to come to her knees, and Nikki went right over, trying to get that pin again. She's going in for fast pin action here tonight.
Nikki Nashville looking to make quick work of the former WoW World Champion, the Classmaster, who, David, we know will stop at nothing to get a victory.
Nikki Nashville, I saw some of the social media, and they wanted to know, are those curls for real? They certainly are. It's all natural, baby.
And the Classmaster pointing to her head and saying that she has more intelligence, possibly, than the new WoW superhero, Nikki Nashville, who has been so impressive.
She says that about everyone, Nigel. More intelligence.
Well, that's true, David.
You can take your intelligence, put mine and yours together in a blender, and she thinks she's smarter than the two of us. Oh, look at that from the Classmaster.
Classmaster taking down Nikki Nashville, who has been on the rise ever since coming to WoW. Of course, we joke about the Ernest Tubb Record Shop and things like that, but the background of Nikki Nashville, just a good old country girl from Ohio who grew up hunting and fishing with her dad, and in college participated in MMA and bodybuilding and aspired into the world of professional wrestling. She wanted to compete against the best, and that's why she came here, David, to WoW. And this is one of WoW's former world champions in the Classmaster. So you wanted the best, well, you have a shot at it right now. Of course, Nikki Nashville wearing that Nashville-themed outfit. And it reminds me of the late, great Loretta Lynn, who would be so proud to see women in athletics at this level on a national stage competing.
Oh, Nikki taken down as you speak about competing, Nigel.
Dropping a little knowledge, if you will, on Nikki Nashville. And now off the ropes, there's that huge leg drop from the Classmaster. What elevation she is able to get each and every time. And Samantha Smart just so surprised on the outside of the ring that the Classmaster didn't get the victory right there, David.
The Classmaster taking control in this match. With our TV time running down, we encourage you fans to see WoW live so you never miss any of the action. And with the battle continuing, a big thank you to our production team, Taylor Cozart, Anthony Dodd, Zoe Nelson, Tommy Sinkfield, Ryan Hermasua, Trina Turturici, Director Brian Dunn, Selena Majors, and all the people that make WoW happen, from our executive producer, Jeannie Buss, Nigel Zane. I'm David McLean. We'll see you on the next exciting episode of WoW, and our next one will have that big announcement. So don't miss it. Nigel, the action's picking up.